power. We have to end this. Take flight.
Blow.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal mineral. Now, where have we seen that before? Wait a second! Are they getting this from Rito? So the kinds of commission are... Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha!
Miscalculated. You need to hurry up.
Rain outlines your fate. Shine down! My apologies!
Yikes! It looks dangerous! We better watch our step or we might get hit!
Body and mind.
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers! You'll never get out of here alive!
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Know my sword!
Now this idiot must have a death wish! Don't be intimidated! Lord Harbinger will be here soon!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Be gone! Shine down!
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations. Ha! Barely 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead. Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be... You're getting all worked up over nothing.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die. With or without a delay. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for just a small price. They get the...
So,
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty. Eternity stretches... Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. Just like a bubble on the water. The more it takes from them, the more tightly...
Hey, calm... no!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please. Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me. Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not... The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own... Well, anyway, that's Songonamiya Kokomi. She really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating...
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhongli was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance.
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing, that you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable and...
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not...
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory. It'll give you a chance to figure out... The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks, since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already. Absurd!
Excellent. The mortal plane, a fleeting dream.
Keep your eyes wide open.
Sure.
Gonna be epic.
Gather! Solidify! Gather! Solidify! Stabilize! Gather! Gather!
I await your instructions.
Stabilize! Gather!
snow!
What a workout! So how come you know so much?
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon Serp.
What? Like Dvalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at...
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore. A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's... At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of euthymia is her idea of then my duty as her eternal servant is to drag her back out of her own head and into the
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really...
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare... Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for
There's a part 2?
My apologies!
I will have order! Stabilize!
Whirling snow! My apologies! Sakura swirl!
Ha! 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 Burn!
We're finally done!
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your...
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden?
How do I put this? You're no...
Wait, what? So all of this was a
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle. But when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're...
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you...
I don't mean to belittle them. On the contrary, it is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful. Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
All of this sudden, you're entertaining guests? Paimon's...
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most...
Don't know. What is...
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun, the ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet. Yes, this is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from...
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by... Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger. Unfortunately...
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it's...
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another... I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender.
Affirmative.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charge?
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted...
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it.
All of you outside!
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the shogun to hide a wanted
You're the same as ever, Kujo-sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the
Even though she will one day seize you.
The Vision Hunt Decree is the shogun's chosen course, and I shall
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in...
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you...
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching...
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the shogun?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan. I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his. How could he ever even dream of acting again?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. So, it falls to me to place the truth.
3 days? She will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
That was so scary! Paimon wasn't expecting to run into Kujosara here. But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Is that all in hand and good to go, or...?
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Not entirely...
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a...
Okay, but what are we gonna do, though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me.